What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to take you through my full live trading session. I'm going to show you guys my entries, exits, and my thought process behind it, and overall keep you guys up to date on what I'm currently teaching my private team on how I trade. Good morning. I got up a little bit earlier. It's 8:30 right now. Let's do top-down analysis of US 30. So we finally broke down out of that area, and now we're finding some kind of resistance support right here, which makes sense as you guys can clearly see. Prior structure, let's go to 1 hour. We're starting to reject off the top of this little support right here to the downside on the Dow, which makes it look like we're going to continue on with this overall downtrend right here. So that's what I'm looking at, but also since we did have an initial rejection off the bottom here, now we're coming back up. It's possible that it finally breaks out of the overall uptrend and does something like that. But face value right now, it kind of looks like we're going short for the day. It looks like if we close red candle here, it looks like it would be a good idea to go short here with tight stops above here or even here, and then just looking for it to continue on filling this little imbalance right here. So if this 5-minute candle closes red, which it sure seems like it is, I'm going to enter in a contract. Hopefully today it allows me to trade, and hopefully it doesn't drop too far and make me miss out on most of the move. But we will see what happens in the next 20 seconds. Pretty much right after we did the analysis, we're entering in the trade. It looks healthy because we're having a massive strong rejection off the bottom here. But like I said, it's possible it could be flipping to go to the upside for the remainder of the week. But I'm going to enter a sell here. And my stops are going to be there, $500, and we're going to be aiming for like the lows. And there we go, we're in. So pretty much this is my last trade on the Top Step account before I pretty much blow it, because you can only really have like 1 or 2 good trades, or 1 or 2 trades go against you if you're trading like the Dow with a 1 contract before you pretty much blow the account. So I just want a strong impulsive move down, lock in profits. I want candle closes below these support levels right here, because that'll further confirm that we're going to fill this area down here. So that's what I'm looking to hope happens in this next 5-minute candle. It looks pretty strong to continue moving down, and we're finally above our drawdown level for the day. Strong selling pressure right now, tanking the market. I want this to continue over the next 10 minutes. I don't really want to be in this trade for that long, so I want it to like tank like it has been the last 10 minutes. And hopefully this candle closes below here. That would be ideal. And hopefully we don't get a bounce off of this area right here. But we have to take that in consideration since we are scalping. And this is a support resistance level on the smaller time frames. So hopefully it just continues breaking through and we don't get another bounce. Just waiting to see what happens. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a bounce. Hopefully it doesn't flip up and then start trading long for the day, which it's possible it could happen, like I said, on my initial breakdown. But I'm thinking it'll play out the way we want it to anyways. We're here and our stops are right above this 5-minute right here. Aiming for it to fill down below. So that's not a good sign for us, especially if it starts trading up. We'll need it to refill this candle. Otherwise, it's going to look like it's going to bounce and start trading long for the day. Because it's possible that this is a turning point in this overall little, this could be it flagged down and then it continues pushing back up. But overall, We just needed to fill this candle some more and close red. Otherwise, it's not looking too hot for us. Just waiting to see what happens with this first trade. I think this is the quickest we've entered a trade since I started. So it looks like it's starting to refill the candle a bit more, which is good. I'm happy that we're actually able to trade today because I missed out yesterday, if you guys don't remember. I was trying to take this position right here, and we missed out on this entire move down right here, which is unfortunate because that would have been like $1,000 gain, just like this one will be if it continues pushing down. And then after we get this winner trade, if it is a winner, which it seems like, especially since it's starting to show more signs of selling pressure and starting to refill this candle, it looks like the sellers are winning the market right now. And I'm hoping that this is the first trade and we're in and we're out of the Top Step account. And then hopefully we can go on the CFD account and take other trades on that, on my live Fusion Markets account. This is my 4th day ever trading futures. I'm mainly a CFD guy, Forex, but you can also trade Euro USD on the Top Step account, but with the max amount of contracts I'm allowed on a 50K Combine account, the moves are like negligible. They're like $300. Like, it's so small. Compared to like a little move like this, we're already up like $100. So we had another 5-minute candle close, which is good. It didn't close below this little support resistance level like I was hoping it would, but hopefully this next one will continue falling and break below the last 5-minute candle. Because if it closes green, then that might be something to consider to reduce risk or to either get out of the trade, because that might mean that it's coming back up for another bounce, which we obviously don't want. So we want this candle to flip and then continue the overall little selling pressure that it's been showing. It's good because like if we extend this range, this would be like the top of it, and we're kind of floating in the middle of it right now, which is good. Especially, we should start to take notice if the candle does close green above the overall support resistance zone, because that'll mean that it'll probably be coming back up. But no sign of it flipping back up just yet. It's just kind of consolidating on it right now, which is also why I'm actively managing the trade, because price is trying to figure out if it's going to continue dropping or if it's going to bounce back up. That's what it does at support and resistance levels. If you guys didn't know, it does one of two things. It either breaks through or it bounces back up. And when it's sitting in like the middle of the range of the support and resistance level, it's figuring out what's going on. Hopefully selling pressure keeps up the drop for us. Seems like we still got some selling pressure, which is good. But there are some other support and resistance levels we got to take note of, which it would be this one right here where my crosshair is, and then another one down here, and then right before or right on our take profit. So we're up $300 right now-ish. Selling pressure still looks good, since we are kind of breaking below this overall support resistance level. And it's looking like we might actually get a candle close below it, which is great, which means that if we wanted to be conservative, we could go break even or just above like these highs right here where my crosshair is, just to reduce risk a lot, especially since we don't have much of a buffer before we blow this Combine account. Because I think we're only allowed like $700 more because my account balance is like 4,900 and my stop out balance is 4,300. I think we can check that out actually on here. My wife came in, so I had to stop the recording for a sec. But so my first day ever trading futures made $1,300. My second day lost. Yesterday would have been $1,000 gain, but obviously we couldn't trade yesterday because Top Step sucks. Today, looks like selling pressure is keeping up, and I don't know where it shows. Okay, so my account balance is 49 right here, so 49,900, and my stop out balance was 4,300. So we're currently up like $400. To be conservative, I might reduce my risk a little bit. So we have massive selling pressure right now. It's continuing to push down. I think my take profit on TradingView is wrong. I think my take profit is down here actually. So there we go. If we get this candle to close red, I might scale in and put another contract in. It's risky because we might consolidate for a bit right here, so I might have to deal with a bit of drawdown, and it's risky, like I said, like I don't really have much of a buffer. So I'm going to enter in another contract right here, and it'll be $1,800 gain if we end up getting take profit. The thing is that like I'm still so new to futures and stuff. Like I don't know why it doesn't show your separate positions. It kind of just shows like compiled together your entry maybe. I don't really know how it works at all. Like if somebody in the comments could inform me about how it works when you enter multiple positions, because like with CFD brokers, it would show my position here and it would show my position where I entered down here. But instead it shows it like in the middle of the two, which is kind of weird. I don't understand that. I do not understand that at all. Let's zoom in. I don't want to reduce my risk too much. So we're just waiting for it to continue pushing down. If we continue momentum back down, I might be risky as hell and enter another one just to maximize the move. Just because why not, right? I mean, the Top Step account is only like $50, so you can't really be upset about failing it. I mean, if you're really upset about $50 in terms of like, because like the futures prop firm accounts are way cheaper than CFDs. Like FTMO, like the same amount is probably like $400, if not more. I think that's in euros, so whatever the exchange rate is. So like $400 or $500 for a 50K account. I mean, yeah, you get more drawdown and you get maybe you get more drawdown, but you have to pass 2 steps, I suppose. So it's harder because you're pretty much trading the same markets. But for futures, it's a lot cheaper. You have 1 step, 1 profit goal, and with Top Step, anyways, you only have 1 rule, which is drawdown. So it's a lot easier. So you can't really be too mad about losing $50, especially if that $50 can lead to you getting like a payout with these guys, right? Like Top Step are the people taking the massive risk, and it's crazy that they're capable of, their entry fee is only like $50, which is pretty insane. That means that like their business is like, has so many subscriptions to at least the $50 a month, 50K account. So like their monthly revenue is probably crazy, dude. Especially if they're capable of processing payouts as fast as they are. We'll see though. I've never traded with a futures prop firm before, only CFD. I've never gotten a payout from a futures prop firm before, so this is just me testing it out. So like even if I were to blow this account, I would just load up another one because like $50 is nothing in the prop firm space compared to what I'm used to paying. Especially like since like you guys could see my stats, like you guys know for me and probably for yourself as well, like with a 50K account like this, like you guys know you guys can make like $500 or more in a good trading day or spread across a week. You can be positive. Like, you know that it'll pay off eventually if you get to the funded account. So you shouldn't be too threatened by losing an account when just one payout with a big prop firm like this, like one that won't like shut down or whatever else. One payout from a big prop firm like this can recoup all of your losses you spent on all of your prop firm accounts. So just be mindful of that. Like it's more like you gotta spend money to make money, right? You can't just expect to be given a handout, especially just in life in general, but also in like the prop firm space. Like majority of people never get payouts on their first or even like up to their fifth try. So just focus on that. And like when they do finally get a payout, that's when they flash it. But like in all honesty, it probably took them a lot of tries to get to that point. And a lot of money spent on challenges as well. Should I be risky and open up another one? I don't know. We're kind of slowing down on the volatility and there's a lot of different structure it has to break through here. You know what? Fuck it. Order filled. And then no matter what, after this 5-minute candle close, if we close red again, I'll probably close the position just because I have like 3 positions opened and I don't really know how it works. Can I see on my positions, like does it also update it like down here? So I'm risking 680. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So this isn't me locking in profits. I would have to lock in profits down here, I think. So I'm going to hold that right there. Okay, then I'm going to move it back up. So after this 5-minute candle close, if we continue on the selling pressure, hopefully we push to above $1,000. So there's $1,000 right now. We're continuing the selling pressure, not showing signs of slowing down just yet. We have yet to get a green candle close, and that's also why I've been scaling in this position just to maximize it. Big push down. How much am I locking in if I put my stops above here? 400? Not really worth it. Not really worth it to do that, right? Then again, we have yet to get candle closes in the green, so it might be worth it to like go break even at the very least, because at the very least, like we're not locking in. Man, I find it so easy to trade these top step with just being able to drag this shit around. It's kind of game breaking. I'm used to having to like manually do it. Big selling pressure still happening, up $1,500. So like if I have a big trading day right now, over $2,000, I think since I've been trading enough that my consistency score is still going to be under 50%. I don't really know how that works if you have a losing day. But either way, like I'm already up like $1,500. Like I can't. don't know. I don't know if I should close it or not. I don't know how the consistency rule works. I'm going to go down on the 1 minute and maybe I'll follow it down every single 1 minute candle. Okay, I just closed it just because I don't know how the consistency rule works. And I don't want to make over $1,500 because you can't make more than 50% of your profit target in one day. Otherwise, you have to continue trading. So I don't really know how to check that. So if we... Yeah, I don't know how to check that at all. But anyways, we made $1,400, pretty much break even week. Hopefully these 2 days go good. The thing is like I really wish you could see your consistency rule and stuff. I really hope I didn't just F myself and this continues dropping and like the consistency rule wouldn't be an issue since I had a losing day. I just don't know how it works. That's why I closed it before the $1,500 profit. So I'm going to look into that right now, and then I'll come back and update you guys if I just F'd myself out of this trade passing trade, or this trade that would have passed the account for me. It just pretty much said that my best day has to be below 50% of my profit target. And my best day is 14. So maybe it's a good thing that I did close it. Otherwise, because if I would have closed it when I was at the lowest point, which would have been 1,600 profit, I would be above that 50%. So maybe it's a good thing I closed it at 14. Anyways, we're pretty much back on track with this Top Step account. I'm not going to be trading anymore today because I don't want to risk going above $1,500 of profit just for the consistency rule. And so I'm going to hop on my CFD account and then see if we can get trades on that. So far, we made $1,400 on the Top Step account. Pretty much just brought us back after my first trading day. And we probably could have got more profits out of this trade. It probably could have kept on dropping. But the thing is consistency rule. Your best day can't be 50% or more than the profit target, which is $3,000, which means that your best winning day needs to be below $1,500, which my best winning day is $1,400, which is a good thing that I closed it when I did. But maybe people that are more seasoned with Top Step and their rules, they can inform me a bit more if I'm wrong. But we'll hop on the CFD account and see if I can take trades there. Got my Fusion Markets account set up and my trading journal up here, trading view here. And let's see what's going on. So I'm pretty much done trading US 30 now. So let's move on to my favorite market, Euro USD. What's going on there? We're starting to push back up to this support resistance level that we previously traded off of. So let's go down in the smaller time frame, see if we are getting any kind of rejections off it just yet. Kind of a little slowdown right there, but we'll need to see what this 1 hour candle does. Let's kind of go down to the 5 minute. So realistically, this could be a FOMO entry after this second red candle close off of this first touch of the zone here. But I'm going to wait for it to continue pushing back up and give me a clearer sign that it's going to be rejecting down a bit before I enter in sells. So I'm short bias on Euro USD. Let's go down to Solana. Let's go down to the daily. It's been consolidating here for the longest time. And for all of you that are still wondering, yeah, I'm still in this big investor swing trade right here for me and my investors. And right now we're kind of in drawdown. But it looks like this is a big macro daily support where we're floating at. So if we actually show signs of rejections back up off of it right now, I could be interested in scalps on this account, which it seems like we are right now. So scalps right now would be interesting if we get another 5-minute candle close green. So I'm long bias on Solana, Bitcoin. Usually all cryptos mirror it. So if it's tanking, every other crypto is tanking. So we're trading below this area now, and we're kind of just like consolidating on this big macro daily support here. So we had a massive rejection candle last hour. I don't really know what the market's trying to do right now. So I think I might just stay out of this. Hindsight data says that it'll continue pushing back up. Honestly, since I'm so like, I'm an investor in crypto. So like, I'm so like I don't think crypto will ever be this cheap ever again. So like buying right now would be extremely good just for like buying and holding for like investors mindset. But like also like there's going to be a lot of buyers coming in around this area anyways. So it might drive the market up for scalping opportunities. But right now, face value, technical standpoint, it doesn't really look like it's going to continue pushing back up, especially since this massive rejection back down. But then, so yeah, I can't really, this is kind of harder for me to read unless I want to play off the bottom of this support level right here, which it kind of looks like it is. So I would be long bias on Bitcoin as well for scalping opportunities. On the daily for GU, massive rejection off of this macro daily support right here. So let's go down to the 1 hour and see what was going on. So we tanked down off of this previous area that we actually took a sell on earlier last week. So we could have had the same trade set up actually. And it looks like we could have had the same buying opportunity as well. Now we're just floating in the middle, which means we are not taking trades here because we missed this sell off here and we missed the buy off the bottom here. So not interested in that at all. USD CAD. But for GU purposes, it goes to tell you like you guys should leave marked out spots on your chart, especially if you've taken trades there before, like because like we've taken this sell last week and we clearly could have taken the sell this week as well. Same thing with coming back up buys. USD CAD on the daily. Wonder if we're going to be pushing back up yet or not. It doesn't really seem like it, but we are starting to reject off this massive daily macro support here. Let's go down to the 1 hour. This actually looks really good. Came down for initial rejection. Well, there's a bunch right here, but this is like the big one. This would be like the stop loss hunt. Now it's coming back down. And it's probably going to come back for another test and then continue pushing back up. So this looks very interesting, especially for like my big swing account. So I'd be interested in this, but I'm also interested in scalping opportunities too. Like if we come back down a little bit like it is right now and start to show signs of rejections back up around this area, I'd be very interested in buying it. So I'm actually going to set an alert here because I might be buying that. So the things I'm looking for right now are Solana buys, Euro USD sells as well. So I'm going to put an alert here for Solana. I'll put an alert right above there. But until then, we're kind of just waiting for market to develop. We're having a balance at this area, so it's probably a good thing that we got out of that top step trade too. So if we get 2 5-minute candle closes, I'm going to be entering in sells on Euro USD. And then if this candle flips and starts to show signs of being closing green, I'm going to go long on Solana. USD CAD isn't setting up yet. So the immediate trades would be Solana or Euro USD right now. But until then, I'll keep you guys updated if I end up taking a position. Okay, I'm entered in the Euro USD sell. Right at the bottom of this candle right here is where I'm entered. My stops are right there. Aiming for the lows here. Risking $2,000 to make like $4,000. Let's hope that the FOMO entry was the original rejection and this isn't just a little flag down, because it's possible that this is still a flag down and it continues pushing back up. But the thing is, since we did get this initial rejection here, came back up, and now we had 2 5-minute candle closes down, that's the reason why it entered off of these 2 5-minute candle closes back down. I'm just hoping that's not a flag and it continues pushing up and stops us out. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. And if it does end up pushing up more, that'll just mean that we get a better area to sell it up here. So I might re-enter again later on in the day if we do get stopped out. The Solana trade kept on falling, so that negates the position. USD CAD looks like it started to reject off of right above our zone. So it still looks healthy to buy right now. But I wish I would have seen it when the 5-minute candle closed. But I would also like to see it come down a bit more before it starts to show signs of rejections back up. US 30 had a little bit of a bounce. Now it's chopping back down still. Let's wait to see what happens with the Euro USD trade. So we had a little bit of a bounce up, but now we're starting to show selling pressure. Hopefully this is the momentum we need to finally break out of this little 5-minute consolidation zone we're forming, but most importantly, this little support resistance level down here. Hopefully it finally breaks through that and continues pushing down to around here, and then I'll trail my stop to $500 profit. And then if we get trailed out, or if it continues dropping, I'm good with either. And then no matter what, this will probably be my only trade of the day. Let's go look at Solana. Solana's not doing anything. US 30 is kind of chopping around, trying to decide if it's going to bounce up or bounce down. Like I said, it's probably a good thing we closed that trade on Top Step. And I'm such an idiot because I need to start taking the same trades on my CFD account, because this would have been like a $2,000 trade of live money instead of just fucking $1,000 of fake money on the Top Step account. But whatever. I guess I'll only get paid on this trade if I end up taking it, or if I end up hitting take profit, I mean. So let's see if it continues dropping. It looks like the selling pressure is keeping up. But like I said, we need candle closes below this little range right here. I just took a massive buy on Bitcoin on my investor account, risking $100,000 to make $250. If that trade hits, you guys may think like, oh, that's crazy. But when it comes down to it, that'll pretty much just cover a lot of the commissions and fees for holding my Solana trade for so long. So we had a bit of a push down. I'm going to trail my stop to $500 profit. So at the very least, we're eliminating a risk of $2,000, locking in $500 profit, and letting the trade either run to take profit or stop us out for $500. Now, this is the best part about trading, because if you find spots like this, high probability setups that you can get yourself into, eventually, once price moves enough into your favor and into your analysis, you can eliminate risk completely. So yeah, you may initially risk $2,000 for it to push into your analysis and into your direction, but after price moves significantly into your trade, into your analysis, you can take off that risk and set a trailing stop. And at the very least, you're either break even if you set your trailing stop at break even, or you can set it a little bit into profit. So no matter what, you're making money. That's the best part about trading. Yes. Initially, when you first place a trade, you have to put up some capital to risk, but eventually, once you get good enough, you can start eliminating that risk once price starts to move into your favor. And that's exactly what I do, because when it comes down to it, when you're trading a live account, do you really give a fuck if you hit a trailing stop for $500 or if you get a take profit for $4,000 like down here? Yeah, the $4,000 would be nice, but fucking $500 in a single day is still better than most of your guys' wages anyways. So like, do not care about like, oh, I have the best win percentage and no matter what, I'm getting the best risk to reward. Like all that is complete bullshit when you're on an actual live account. That's good for data, but that's not good for live capital. You have to put up risk to make money. And when you're actually trading live capital, eliminate that risk as soon as possible and lock in profits. All right, obviously some time has passed. My wife wanted to go Christmas shopping, and obviously that supersedes me finishing the video. So we left off over here. It hit our trailing stop for $500 profit. Obviously, if I would have kept my original take profit of up here, we would still be healthy and profit, probably up like $2,000. But nonetheless, I'm good with $500. I'm going to journal this and then I'll break down the trade for you guys one last time. Okay, the first trade of the day was the US 30 trade on the Top Step account. Pretty much the breakdown of that was on the daily. We finally broke out of this zone that we previously had, which was this one. And then on the 1 hour, it kind of shows it more clearly. It came back up for a retest and then started to show signs of rejections back down. So that is why we sold it on the 5 minute. And we kept on selling it. We added more contracts as it kept on showing selling pressure. Eventually, I closed it around this area for $1,400. Obviously, I could have held it for a lot more. But the thing is, with Top Step combines, there's a 50% consistency rule, which makes it so that you guys can't have which makes it so that you can't have more than 50% of the profit target made on your best day. And if I would have closed it at the height of the P&L, it would have been 1,600, which would have been over that 50% consistency threshold, which would have made it so that I would have to keep on trading to compensate for that until my best winning day was below that. So that's why I closed it for $1,400, exactly to my entry model. Came up, hit there for another retest of the overall downtrend and then tanked back down. Good trade, still looks favorable to continue pushing down. And now let's go check out the second trade on my CFD account. So the second trade was this Euro USD short for $525. We started to show massive rejections off the big macro daily support up here where my crosshair is. And on the smaller time frames, it makes that more clear. As you guys can see, we started to fall down a bit. And then on the 5 minute, we had my entry model, which is the first rejection, retest of the zone, and then show signs of rejections back down. That's when I entered. We dropped down a bit right here, and we were up over $1,000 at this point. So I trailed my stop to $500. For people that don't know, I trail my stop in $500 increments, and then it came back up, hit my trailing stop. Obviously, if we wouldn't have trailed my stop, we would still be looking healthy right now. We'd be up over probably around $2,000. And it goes without saying, like, obviously trailing stops can help you. It'll make you get out of trades when you probably shouldn't. But when you're trading live capital, like I said previously in this video, I would much rather have $500 and eliminate the risk of the $2,000 I was originally risking and make $500 for sure, then walk away with that, losing that initial risk of $2,000, or just overall just being in a trade that's consolidating or whatever else. So I'd much rather get the trade cut at $500 profit made of actual capital than lose money. And that's my philosophy when it comes to trading live capital, is you should always trail your stop into profit once you have it secured. Anyways, if you like this type of video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and then also join my Discord if you guys want real-time updates of the trades I'm taking, because I post them all live before I take them and let you guys know when I'm taking them as well.